In just 9 seconds, the new Porsche 928 S4 can go from 0 to 60 and back to 0. The preceding performance has been brought to you by Porsche.
What is that, sir?
That, Charles, is my new Porsche 928 S4.
Shall I have the chauffeur put it in the garage?
Fire the chauffeur.
All right, so today we've got a 1989 928 S4. Take a look around with me. presents very well. Paint is in wonderful condition, ideal spec. Seats are immaculate, along with the carpets, door cards, center console, and steering wheel. Headliner and sunroof are in great shape, along with the glass. And yeah, all around, a very, very pretty car. So let's go for a spin. Pump. Nice. Here we are. Let's rock and roll. So yeah, all around, super comfy car. I compared a lot to my 01 R129 SL 500, even though this car came out, well, I guess this sort of is a natural competitor to the R129. They came out with the first gen similar years. I think the first R129 was like 1990, and these came out in like the late 80s. Both 5-liter V8s, and yeah, they're interesting cars for certain. This feels, I mean, this is kind of like Panamera vibes before the Panamera came out even. But yeah, very cool car. I'm a huge fan of the styling. Even more so the interior styling than the exterior styling. Like, we've got this very cool movable gauge cluster, which I'm a huge fan of. I think that's incredibly cool, so we'll leave it there. And yeah, you know, it's the big super coupe, and honestly my favorite part about the entire interior is this seat patterning here. I just think it's so cool. But yeah, super comfy car. I'd be happy to drive this down to Florida, and I know that that's a brutal drive because I just drove my 996 911 down all the way from New York, and long story short, it would have been a lot more comfortable journey in this. But yeah, the 5-liter V8 definitely pulls strong, feels like it should. It doesn't really want to rev out so much, which is fine. It's kind of a low-end, grunty, let's just stay under 3,000 thing unless you really put your foot down. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, that's kind of what this car is for. It's a big old highway warrior. So no, definitely super pleasantly surprised by the driving experience in this 928. It feels a lot more modern than it actually is. And you know, the steering I'm a big fan of. Throttle travel is nice. Very cool low rumble engine note. Certainly a bit better sounding than my R129 SL 500, even though they're both 5-liter 8s. I think this is maybe tuned a bit sportier, but actually very similar horsepower, if not the exact same horsepower, which I thought was interesting. So let's give it a go. Nice and easy. Easy, comfortable, not a lot of road noise, and you get that lovely V8 symphony. Yeah, I'd have absolutely no problem driving this across the country. This is complete luxury, and I think we'll be able to get the pop-ups right there. Oh, there they go. And we'll put them back down. Very cool. But yeah, overall, very unique product this is to come out of Porsche in that era. And this was the car that was essentially supposed to replace the 911, but sales figures when they were new were interesting, just because these were, I believe, the most expensive Porsche you could buy out of the product lineup when they were new. I may be wrong, but and please correct me if I am. But yeah, this is a super interesting piece of Porsche history, and I'm just so thankful to be not only driving it, but representing it for sale as well. And once we get up to temp, I'll give it a little juice. I guess pretty good now. Yeah, you know, it moves along pretty nicely. You can try the smack shifter. So here we are. There's third. Wow. Yeah, it's got a lot of oomph, and it's very different to how my R129 feels, certainly. It's got some wonderful throat on it. Incredible. And the shifts are, it does what you want it to do. There's no surprises, not very clunky like you would expect out of an auto of this era. But yeah, I open her up a little bit, maybe try a down gear. There's a second. So here's a little juice. Big wow. Very, very good. Very, very good. Super impressive there. So you want to do a pass on the highway, do you? Well, all you got to do is downshift. Put your foot down. Incredible. What a joy to drive. This thing sounds really good. Wow. Just incredible. We'll give it some juice here as well, just so you guys can hear it. Let me open the window. Very nice. Again, big fan. I forgot my turn signal. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and don't forget to bid early and often. Feel free to comment, question, observe, whatever you like. And again, thanks so much for watching. I've really enjoyed making this for you guys, and we're looking forward to handing this puppy off to the new owner. So let's end it with a rev. Cheers.